Coming up on the Sports Desk, Todd of football snags a season's first. You'll hear more from Coach Rock Hollis and the rest of Tartar Nation. Plus, Mike Wars and the North Saxons are looking to keep their hotter-than-hell ways going against the tough Leuzinger squad. I'll get to the highlights and analysis from that game. And of course, we have more highlights from the gridiron, the volleyball court, my sauciest plays of the month, and much more. Get ready for plenty of sauce. The Sports Desk is coming up right now. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another saucy edition of the Sports Desk. I'm your host, Collin Kushner. Twitter me this, Twitter me that. Hit me up on Twitter with pics and video showing your school spirit. I'll get you right here on the show. A happy November to everyone. I'm just still waiting for that fall weather to actually roll in. Week 9 of the prep football season wrapped up. And yeah, it was another wild week as usual here in Torrance. In 2008, I should say, the Detroit Lions were the NFL's first team since the 76 Buccaneers to finish up with donuts in the win column. As for the Lions, 2016 started off eerily, similar to that dark 2008. But thank goodness they edged the Bears in Week 6 for their first and currently only win of the season. That's just another story. Right here in Torrance, Tartar football entered their Week 9 tilt with Centennial winless, allowing 369 points in their first 8 games. And, as Barney Stinson would say, wait for it, they've only had the lead once in a game. That was against South a few weeks ago. Torrance taking on Centennial, a team they haven't lost to since 2010. Who Dat Nation won their first Super Bowl that year. Tommy Tartar giving the cheerleaders some love. Wow, that is awesome. Look at him go, waving to everybody. You can call him Mr. Popular. Jeremiah Iono is going to be getting tended to on the sidelines. Torrance shut out Centennial in last year's tilt, 23-0. Let's pick it up in the third quarter, 14-6 Centennial. Onside kick recovered by Torrance. What? Wow, some early trickery here. They're jazzed. Very next play. It's not going to last for long. Daniel Desmond takes the carry. That's going to be a fumble recovered by the Apache. So that excitement didn't last very long for the Tartars. Torrance forces Centennial on the punt. Next Tartar possession. Eric Suarez takes off. Nice pass by Carroll. He's going to get down just shy of the 50-yard line. A few plays later, Ryan Carroll looks. A-Raj is A-Gun. That's a touchdown for the Tartars. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion. That's going to be no good. Rogers, he's pretty pumped up. His teammates are too. Give me some. Onside kick again for the Torrance Tartars. Sebastian Nunez, they had success early on and they get more success. They recover the onside kick. Look at that trickery. They're pumped up again. Nunez getting some love. Ensuing drive. Carroll to Devin Nash. Touchdown, 19-14 Torrance. Later in the third, Centennial responds. They're up by a point. Daniel Desmond for the Tartars, this is what he's going to do. Takes the carry. He fumbled earlier in this one. Touchdown. That seals it. Torrance 25, Centennial 20. Your final from Zamperini. So Torrance finally snags their first win of 2015. It's the second time this year that the Tartars have put up more than 20 points in a game, which has coincidentally been their biggest offensive scoring output. Now, overcoming adversity in sports always makes for a top headline story. We all love those feel-good tales of players and teams rising up when things get tough. That's just life for you. Like anything you do, there are always different avenues you can take. When things get tough, you can fold like you are in a Texas Hold'em poker game, or you can rise up and fight. Perfect example, Peninsula High announced a few weeks ago that their varsity football squad would be forfeiting their final 3 games of the season due to injuries. Peninsula beat the Tartars 13-7, and their worst loss was a 48-0 shutout versus Lawndale. Then there's Torrance football, a team that has given up at least 60 points in 3 of their 8 losses. While Peninsula may have folded, Tartar football is still fighting.
I'm so proud of you guys. We've had so much adversity. We've had so many injuries. You know what? Where, Peninsula? Where are you quitters? I don't have a quitter on this team. Great job tonight, guys. I'm so proud of you.
Resilience is the name of the game.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Torrance Tartar head coach Rock Hollis and the rest of his team was all smiles after their home game against Centennial.
Wow, it was a battle of the unwinnings. I got to tell you, all year long we battled so much adversity. We lost a lot of players before the beginning of the season. We lost our returning starter, and we've had to work so hard. And never lost faith in our guys. And they've kept fighting, and this is kind of a tribute to them. They just never stopped fighting.
As coach said, his team had never stopped fighting. After dropping their first 8 games, through sheer determination and trust, they finally grabbed their first win of 2015.
Trust is the most important thing. And you guys trusted each other that second half.
I'm glad our first actual win was senior night, and everyone played for the seniors, and we all did well. Everyone just balled out. I was sad that it was my last game, but I was excited that it was actually a W. Like, we won.
First win. I'm happy.
Whether it's playing football or any sport for that matter, it's not necessarily about how many touchdowns you score.
5, end zone. Touchdown.
Or how many wins your team has.
Tartars win.
But it's about how you rise up when things get tough. For Tartar football, resilience is the name of the game. A big congrats to Coach Hollis and the rest of the Tartars for their win on senior night. Now, what Mike Juarez is to the North Saxons is what my parents are to me. Es muy importante. Translation, very important. Since week 0 of the prep football season, the North Saxons haven't lost in their last 7 games. It's been Donut City in 5 of those. For those of you that are confused when I say donut, that means I'm hungry and I'm talking about a shutout. It's date night over at North. The Saxons averaging just a smidge over 50 points in their last 3 meetings with Leuzinger. Let's pick it up in the first quarter. Mike Juarez in at quarterback as usual. Looks nothing, so he's going to take off. It's leg day, brother. Had to drop the Brennan Marafino line in there. The Leuzinger D tries to take down Juarez. It takes about half the team to do that. But this is what's going to happen next. A few plays later, Malik Welch dives into the end zone. North up, 7-0. Let's pick it up in the second quarter, 7-6. The boys in blue up, 4th down for Leuzinger. Yeah, nothing. The North D on point. Saxons take over. Ensuing North drive, Mike Juarez. He recognizes pressure so quickly. Sees the pressure, nobody open. He's going to take off. Juarez, chugga, using his legs again. He does that so well. It's a 75-yard touchdown run. 14-6 North up, and they keep the good vibes rolling. 28-14 is your final. North improves to 8-1 overall with the dub over the Olympians. A North win in their regular season finale against South will secure their first Pioneer League title since 2012. That just so happens to be the same year the Saxons went to the CIF championship game where they lost to Nordhoff. It's time for hashtag crunching the numbers. Since 2012, North has played Leuzinger 4 times and won all 4. Cue it up, DJ Collin. All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. Well, now that I got that out of my system, let's talk some Bishop Montgomery football. Bishop destroys Cantwell's Sacred Heart 35-6. The Knights are now 8-1 overall, heading into the final week of the 2015 regular season. Here's a wild stat for you. Coach Ed Hodgkiss took over the program in 2010. That's the last time the Knights finished up the regular season with just 1 loss. I know Halloween has passed, but let's get spooky here. Bishop's only regular season loss that year was to, oddly enough, El Segundo. The only team to hand Bishop a loss up to this point in 2015, the Tasmanian Devil and the El Segundo Eagles. I'll let that sink in for a hot second. It's only the second time the Knights have won 8 or more games since 1984. The Oilers had Wayne Gretzky and won their first of 4 Stanley Cups that decade. All right, everybody, get jacked. It's time for part 1 of the Twitter feed. We had so much Twitter love. Once again, I figured I'd split it up. For everyone just tuning in, if you hit me up with pics and video, I'll get you right here on the show. At Roxy Cheers, sending in this sweet video of senior nights. Take a look. Thanks for that, Roxy. Liz, at Alyssa16 writes, hashtag boom sauce. Let me get that shirt. Liz, thanks for sending in your Halloween costume pic. I'll hook you up with a boom sauce tee and some more SportsDesk swag. Maddie, at Maddie Fan writes, hashtag boom sauce. Thanks for sending in this pic of you and some of North's cheer squad. Once again, a big thanks to everyone who hit me up this week. At Alyssa16, thanks for participating in the SportsDesk Halloween costume challenge. I'm going to hook you up with some SportsDesk swag. Stay tuned for part 2 of the Twitter feed coming in hot at the end of the show. All right, everybody, when we come back, the Prep Girls Volleyball regular season is coming to a close. I'll get you caught up with everything going down on the V-ball court and much, much more. Don't even think about getting off the couch.
Did you find it? Elbows up.
We taught him how to hit a baseball,
Just like that. Set high!
how to hit a receiver,
Nice.
the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Welcome back, everybody. Hit me up on Twitter with pics and video from sporting events all over town, or if you just want to say what up, well, you can do that too. Losing's never fun. Doesn't matter how close the game or the match was. A loss, well, is a loss. To quote NASCAR great Ricky Bobby, if you're not first, you're last. Sound words, Ricky. Sound words. For instance, take the USC-UCLA rivalry. From 91 through 98, the Bruins took home the coveted Victory Bell Trophy over the men of Troy during that span. Now, right here in Torrance, the Tartars and Saxons are 2 of the 5 high schools we have in our beloved city. Including their first meeting back in October. On the volleyball court, North has won their last 14 matches over the Tartars. Wait for it. 11 of those have been get your brooms out sweeps. Torrance hasn't won since 2008. Cranked Out by Soulja Boy was being blasted over the radio and by kids and adults everywhere. Yeah, I'm going to raise my hand and admit I was a part of that unfortunate movement. Senior night at North, look at those tubes or floaty things. The Saxons coming into this one with 2 straight Pioneer League wins. They're getting pumped up beforehand, as you should, before a big league tilt. First set, Torrance starting off hot, 2-0 Tatas. Jessica Tomita, ace, point. Torrance make that 3-0. North storms right back. Bailey Small, power shot off. The Tartars were all tied at 4 a few plays later. Bailey Small, again, off the Tartar defender. That's out of play, but that's going to be a point for North. We're all tied up once again. Later in the first, lots of back and forth action going down. We're tied at 7. Micaiah von Stensich kill. North takes the lead 8-7. Still in the first, Bailey Small. She's going to go for a diving effort here. Woo! Superwoman. Back and forth, but Tracy Fulci is going to finish it off for North. They're up by 2. That's how you get it done. And the Saxons hang on to take set 1, 25-21 in the next 2 for the sweep of the Tartars. Make that 15 straight wins over the Tatas. Oh, and you can also add another sweep to the list as well. The good vibes from senior night over at North carry into their next match with Leuzinger. North keeps their brooms handy in the 3-0 victory. On the flip side, Torrance gets back on track with a quick queued up ABC. It's easy as ah, du, toi. It's French, actually, over Centennial. Thanks, Jackson 5. So last week on the show, I dropped plenty of boom sauce bombs, but that's nothing new for me. The bigger story for the West High volleyball squad was senior Cassie Laviaga. Pretty sure I dropped her name 9 times in that highlight against North. West taking on Centennial, a team that has been the so-called punching bag of the Pioneer League. Coach Caravella and his team, West, has swept their last 3 matches with the Apache. Let's pick it up in the second set, 2-2. Kiri Isara, ace. West up 3-2. Later in the second, 19-14, West in control. Daisy Vafanua, the putback. That's basketball terminology for you. 20-4 Warriors. They breezed through set 2, 25-6. To the third set, 11-5. The Warriors in control. Kristen Strauss, one-handed scooper. West extends their lead to 7. Later in the third, the Warriors in the driver's seat. Kristen Strauss again. Two-handed shot drops. West running away in set number 2. 23-8 lead now for West. Carly Bozen looks like a kill, but soft shot instead. West goes on to take set 3, 25-8 for the sweep of Centennial. Make that 4 for 4. That's good in baseball terms, and in this case, phenomenal in volleyball terminology too. Since joining the Pioneer League, West has won all 4 matches with Centennial, all of them donuts with sprinkles. Can I get a baker's dozen, please? In their next match, it must have been backwards day. South sweeps the Warriors 3-0, securing their 8th straight Pioneer League title. Remember, South hasn't lost a Pioneer League match since October 2013. That match was against their foe from up north, the Saxons. October 29th, 1929 was one of the worst days in American history, otherwise known as Black Tuesday. The New York Stock Exchange crashed and the Great Depression began. 84 years to the day, the Bishop Montgomery Knights volleyball squad lost to Delray League foe St. Joseph, which also happened to be the last time they lost a Delray League match. Well, until now, the Knights' streak of 14 straight was snapped almost 1 year to the day by, you guessed it, the St. Joseph Jesters. If history repeats itself, the Knights will take care of business against LaSalle, but I only say that because they came back 2 days later and swept Sarah back in 2013. Wow, call me Dr. Kushner, your history professor. The Knights take their match over the Lancers 3-1. A win in their season finale will give the Knights the Del Rey League title, but a loss will put them at 6-2 in league with St. Joseph. Either way, Bishop still has a shot at snagging their 2nd league crown in a row. All right, everybody, when we come back, it's JUCO time. We have Elko football and soccer. Plus, get ready for your sauciest plays of the month. Get your popcorn ready.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget to check out our Instagram page. That's the SportsDesk TV for cool pics and video, and a wild behind-the-scenes look at the show. In JUCO news, it's been one roller coaster of a season for Coach John Featherstone and the rest of his team. As humans, we are creatures of habit. Once we get a sense of being comfortable, it's hard to break. In the world of sports, if you are constantly winning, that's one thing. If you're winning here and there, well, that's not exactly the cycle you want to continue spinning in. It's been a pattern of 1 win, 2 losses, 1 win and 2 losses. A win the other week against Harbor, which leads to now, if Elko wins, they will break the 1-win, 2-loss roller coaster at Camino Land. Also, if they win, well, they will grab back-to-back victories for the first time in 2015. And let me throw some extra marinara sauce at you. The last time Elko put together a winning streak was 2 years ago. Elko taking on Chaffee, the Tunnel of Fun. In last year's meeting, the Warriors fell to the Panthers 36-25 first quarter, first and goal from the 8 for Chaffee. Quincy Ross up the middle. That's an 8-yard touchdown. XP good. Chaffee up 7-0. Elko's next offensive possession, 4th and 1 from the 46. George Hernandez gets wrapped up by Amate Savusa, 8-yard loss. Hernandez in the offense can't get anything going in the first half of the second. 10-0 Chaffee, 2nd and 3 from the 25. The fake handoff, and Levi J. Plant fakes out the cam op, 75 yards to the hizzle. 17-0 Panthers in control. Later in the second, Elko still with a big donut on the scoreboard. Trey Searcy, 24-yard touchdown, 24-yard run to the 1-yard line. That sets up George Hernandez, quarterback keeper up the middle. Elko finally on the board, 17-6, but that's not enough. The Panthers down the Warriors, 32-14. The 1-win, 2-loss pattern continues for the Warriors in each of Elko's 5 losses. They have given up at least 30 points. The Warriors are now 3-5 overall and 2-2 in conference play. Goal! On the pitch, Elko men's soccer hasn't won back-to-back games in over a year. Kind of weird how I was just telling you about Warrior football and their back-to-back dub woes, or lack thereof. Elko attempting to even the season series with the Vikes at 1 game apiece. Elko has scored 3 or more goals in only 3 of their matches coming into this one. First half, no score. PK for Long Beach. Evar Marin scores. 1-0 Vikes, 43rd minute of the first half. Vikings up 2-0. Throw in. Daniel Lambrano header, no. Marcos Ambriz, wicked right foot. Go! Elko cuts the deficit to 1. Closing seconds of the half. We are still knotted up. Elko's Daniel Marin, falls down hard. He would be okay. That's hockey player tough. Vikes up 2-1 at the break and don't look back. 3-1 is your final. Yeah, the Warriors failed to even the series with the Vikes. Elko is now 2-3 and 5 in conference play. Same sport, different gender. The women of Elko trying to escape back-to-back losses for the 4th time in 2015. Elko hasn't beaten LBCC since 2012. When they shut out the Vikes 1-0. Let's pick it up in the first half, 31st minute. No score. Serena Ferlazzo. Goal! Elko up 1-0. Fast forward to the 82nd minute of the second half, 2-2. Elko is going to take over from here. Miranda Ramirez finds Twine to the 84th minute. That's going to be another goal for Elko. And then a couple minutes later, Kaylin Camerly finds the back of the net. 5-2 is your final from Elko. What? Elko one-ups their season high of 4 goals in the win over the Vikes, finding Twine 5 times. That win also snaps a 6-game losing streak to the LBC like Snoop D-O double G Vikings. The Warriors improved to 4-4-2 in conference play. We Will Rock You, Queen's 1977 hit, has been a staple in sports for years, and let's not forget atop the billboards too. No idea if anybody on the El Camino Volleyball squad likes the song or has even listened to it, but I know this. They have been rocking opponents left and right. 9 wins in a row, 7 of those have been sweeps, and 8 of those have been those ever so important conference matches. Hashtag killing it or crushing it, or because of what I just said, let's give them both. Elko has won 29 straight conference matches. Do you want to know the last time they lost one? Fine, I guess I'll tell you. October 25th, 2013. Make that 30 straight conference wins. Elko crushes LA Trade Tech for the sweep. Brooklyn Rubio has 8 digs, and Kazia Boyer crushes 6 kills. Since as far back as the history books take me, which is 2011, Elko has swept each of their last 10 matches with LA Trade Tech. Boom sauce! All right, the time has come. It's the sauciest plays of the month. We are already a few months into prep action, and the plays just keep getting saucier. A quick reminder for all of you viewers, my #1 sauciest play of the month will get hooked up with a free large pizza of your choice, courtesy of Papa John's on PCH and Anza. So, without further ado, it's time for your sauciest plays of the month. Let's go. Play number 5. Bishop Montgomery's Patrick Smith. Smith looks like he falls. Smith, 1, 2. Gets a nice block by Mofa. In for the score. What a run by Patty Smith. Play number 4. Another or I should say, North football highlight number 1. Whoop! Hurdles over the Todder defender. Whoa, let's take another look. Takes the carry. Hurdle time. He must run track too. Wow, what a play. Play number 3. South's Gabe Zuniga making something out of nothing. Looking, runs into his own guy. Zuniga, he's like Vernon Adams from Oregon when they played ASU, and then he completes the pass to Trevor Talpis. That would eventually lead to a touchdown. What a play. Play number 2. North's Mike Juarez rolling. Jay Washington, what a grab. Wow. That's North football highlight number 2. Jay Washington pumped up as he should be. I don't even know how he hauled that puppy in. Washington up, levitates, grab. Wow. Play number 1. We're going to go to the volleyball court now. Torrance's Noel PA. Watch this. Spike. Looks like the ball's out of bounds. She tracks it down. Gets it back into play. Point is going to go to South, but what an effort by PA. Let's take another look here. The spike. Off. Looks like it's clearly out. Running. Dives in play. Those are your sauciest plays of the month. Now, those were some saucy plays. Congrats to Noel Pia from Torrance High. You have just won yourself a free large pizza of your choice with our partner, Papa John's on PCH and Anza. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, or shoot me an email to receive your certificate. Before we get to the Twitter feed part 2, check out this play by Centennial quarterback Jaquil Ruffin against Torrance High. What a play. Get jacked. It's time for part 2 of the Twitter feed. Once again, a big thanks to everyone who hit me up this week. Andy Marafino at Marafino16 writes, this group brought wrestling back to BMHS at least for one day. Hashtag boom sauce. Andy also sent in a few more pics, a nice action shot, and of course, suited up in the black and gold wrestling tracksuits. Thanks for sending those in, Andy. Just chest and arms, buddy. No legs. Lastly, Mr. Eric Wood sent us this pic of the girls' volleyball squad on senior night. At WhoIsWood writes, seniors, hashtag night pride. Eric Wood again with some sick video from Bishop's big win over Cantwell's Sacred Heart. Of course, nothing like a Patty Smith rushing TD. And lastly, Eric Wood says, what's up? Time for some boom sauce with a little gravy. Wow, just wow. Come on, Eric. You know, you are forgetting the biscuit too. Thanks again for everyone who hit me up. All right, everybody, that's going to close the books on another week here on the Sports Desk. As always, we are available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you just feel like saying yo, you can do that as well. Don't forget to tune in to Friday Night Lights on the Sports Desk every Friday night on YouTube for highlights, post-game, and myself hanging in the student section. I'd like to give a special happy birthday shout out to one of my closest friends from childhood, Mr. Matt Greenzang. I hope you have a great birthday week. Take it easy, Torrance. We'll catch you next time.